Welcome to our channel, where we explore the best destinations around the world. Today, we're taking you to the vibrant city of Wrocław, Poland, known for its rich history, technological innovation, and stunning attractions. Get ready to discover the top 10 things to do in Wrocław and make the most of your visit to this incredible city. Number 10. Centennial Hall. Raised in 1913 for the 100th anniversary of the defeat of Napoleon at the Battle of Leipzig, the Centennial Hall is a technical marvel from the end of Wrocław's German era. Built at enormous expense and designed by the city architect Max Berg, this exhibition hall showed just what could be achieved with reinforced concrete. The Centennial Hall has a maximum capacity of 11,000, under a dome 69 meters high and 42 meters in diameter. Recognizing its revolutionary design, if not its beauty, the hall was given UNESCO World Heritage listing in 2006. After a refurbishment in 2009, a Discovery Center opened in the hall, laying out the facts and figures via interactive displays, and projecting a light show onto the massive dome. Number 9. Vroutswaff Fountain. This monument by the UNESCO listed Centennial Hall as Poland's largest fountain, covering 1 full hectare. It was completed in 2009 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the first free elections in post-war Poland, and has a long, ivy-clad pergola around its perimeter. The fountain is equipped with 800 programmable lights that can change color, 300 adjustable water jets and 3 nozzles that shoot flames into the air. Be here in the evening from May to September on the stroke of the hour for a dazzling show that mixes light, dancing jets of water and music. Number 8. Vroutswaff Cathedral. Constructed in the brick Gothic style in the 13th century after the Mongol invasion had destroyed its predecessor, the cathedral is recognized by its skyscraping towers soaring to almost 100 meters. The siege of Breslau took its toll on the building, leaving about 3/4 in ruins, and the restoration continued through to 1991. There are 21 chapels inside, the loveliest of which is the Italian Baroque Chapel of St. Elizabeth, with a dome fresco portraying the saint's death, burial and heavenly glory. Some other highlights are the Dormition of Mary triptych from 1552, the oak-carved choir stalls from the 1660s and the numerous ledger stones in styles ranging from Gothic to Baroque. Number 7. Royal Palace. Frederick the Great chose this Baroque palace as his residence after Prussia took over Silesia in the 1740s. Over the next century, each Prussian king would make extensions and add his own touches, from Rococo to Neoclassical and Neo-Renaissance. The building was badly damaged in the war, and after the most recent round of restorations became the venue for Wrocław's City Museum. You can get up to speed on the complicated 1,000-year history of the city, ponder a wealth of artifacts and view the palace's sublime interiors. A standout is the Beiersdorf Room, which is clad with Dutch 17th century tiles, while outside in the Baroque formal gardens there's intricately patterned broderie. Number 6. Wrocław University. The main building of the city's reputable university doubles as a museum. This institution, taking over from a Jesuit college, was founded by the Holy Roman Emperor Leopold in 1702. One of the must-sees is the extravagantly decorated Baroque hall, Aula Leopoldina, with a ceiling fresco, gilded stucco, sculpted cherubs and portraits of the university's founding fathers. Also extremely rich is the Oratorium Marianum, now the university's music hall, while the mathematical tower is the old astronomic observatory, with a 42-meter tower and a meridian line on its floor. Elsewhere in the exhibition rooms you can dip into the story of the university where Alois Alzheimer taught, and which has produced 9 Nobel Prize winners. Number 5. Rozswabis Panorama. The Battle of Rozswabis took place on the 4th of April 1794, resulting in a Polish victory in the ultimately doomed Kosciuszko uprising against Russia. To commemorate the 100th anniversary of the battle, the Lviv-based artist Jan Stajka began a 15x 114-meter cycloramic painting, and invited other famous artists of the day to help him complete it. The panorama, riding a wave of Polish nationalism, was a raging success, and was on show in Lviv until after the Second World War, when it was brought to Wrocław. Its patriotic subject matter in the days of the Soviet Union meant it didn't see the light of day until 1985. Since then, the Rozswabis Panorama has been presented at a rotunda in Wrocław, depicting a battle that is ingrained in the Polish national memory. Number 4. Old Town Hall. Standing at an angle on the market square, the Old Town Hall is a group of Gothic buildings bundled together in one complex. As Wrocław developed from the end of the 13th century, new wings were fixed on to account for the political and economic changes taking place in the city over the next 250 years. On the late Gothic east facade, look for the astronomical clock dating to 1580. Inside is a free museum detailing the history of the building and with exhibitions on aspects of life in Wrocław, like the city's tram network. And you can also check out the plush council chamber upstairs and the merchant's hall on the ground floor. As with many town halls in former German territories, there's a beer cellar in the basement, home to one of the oldest restaurants in Europe, Pinica Swidnica. Number 3. Ostrowautomsky Cathedral Island. The oldest part of Wrocław cropped up on what used to be an island in the Oder. By the 19th century, the arm of the river separating it from the bank was closed off to prevent flooding. When Ostrowautomsky was first developed in the 10th century, the river created a natural defense, and the first brick buildings arrived in the middle of the 12th century. The quarter is one of the prettiest for walks, with a church at almost every turn and the way lit by genuine gas lamps at night. If you come at dusk, you can watch the old-time lamp lighter illuminating the streets. Number 2. Reinik Market Square. At 3.8 hectares, Wrocław's Market Square is among the largest, not just in Poland but all of Europe. Like the rest of the old town, the Market Square has almost the same layout as it did when it was planned in the middle of the 13th century. A lot of the architecture, including the rows of colorful tenements that frame the square, needed heavy restoration after the Second World War. The pillory just next to the town hall dates to 1492 and had to be pieced back together. This, along with the Rozswabis Fountain from 2000 and the statue of writer Alexander Frederick, is one of the 3 meet-up locations of choice for friends in Wrocław. Number 1. Old Town. During the siege of Breslau, Wrocław was almost flattened, which only makes the skyline of church spires and Baroque gabled townhouses all the more astonishing. The Market Square and Cathedral Island have to be your priorities, but Wrocław will also reward people who just want to wander and see what they can find. Plac Solny is a delight for its non-stop flower market and has St. Elizabeth, the city's tallest church, with a tower that you can climb if you've got the energy to burn. A little way up from there is maybe the best preserved street in the city. Stare Jockey is in the old Butcher's Quarter and has a continuous row of buildings from the 1600s and 1700s. For a bit of fun, see how many of Wrocław's 300 little bronze, dwarf, statues you can spot as you explore the old town. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell, so you never miss out on our exciting travel guides.